Right, 3. Hello there, I'm Adam Sessler, and I'm here to tell you about a game that I think is one of the most brilliant ideas I've ever heard. I was approached recently by the gentleman at Gun Media and told about a Friday the 13th game that is an asymmetric multiplayer game where one person plays Jason and everyone else plays counselors trying to make it through the night. This is one of those ideas that's so brilliant I have to see it happen. And we've been kindly invited to the house of Sean S. Cunningham, the director of the original Friday the 13th movie and the owner of the license. We've assembled the team that is making the game and some of the talent that was behind the movies who are also going to be working on the game as well. We're going to go out back, have a barbecue, make this video to make you understand that we would love for you to be a contributor and make sure that this game becomes a reality.
I'm Ronnie Hobbs, and I'm the co-creator on Friday the 13th, the video game.
And I'm Wes Keltner, co-creator of Friday the 13th, the video game, and we are super excited to be here today because you have the opportunity to not only bring Friday the 13th to life, but bring Jason back.
My contribution is to help create the deaths. Creatively kill people, okay? Creatively kill teenagers in the woods with household implements. Okay, it's a living, but you know, somebody has to do it. And also to come up with a new kind of look for Jason, you know? And that's exciting because I haven't had to think about that for 35 years, you know?
People always say there's a million ways you can slice the throat, but only one right way, and that's Savini's way.
I always felt it was a huge honor to put that hockey mask on. I always felt that, I always will feel it, and I just wanted to do whatever I could to do justice to the character.
Jason is the driving force of the game, every match. He is the dispersal agent. Like if counselors are getting together and they're trying to team up and they're trying to throw Jason off, like Jason gets in there, breaks up the plan, everybody goes running and everything is crazy, but you have to have that intimidation. To have that represented in the game by the guy that actually did it and actually achieved all those results is amazing.
We've been talking about Friday the 13th games for 20 years, and there was never a particularly good idea. As luck would have it, we pulled it together, and here we are.
I wrote the original score, and pretty much has become the sound of Friday the 13th films.
I mean, it's about as iconic gets, you know.
Thanks.
Yeah,
It's another nickel for me.
Exactly.
There's a touch that you have that even other horror composers at the exact same time with similar instruments didn't have that.
And then I would take that seventh and open it, keep repeating it. And then a little tinkle on it. You see, it all literally comes off of that chord.
This game started as Slasher Volume 1 Summer Camp.
On a warm June night in 1984, a group of teen counselors are about to have the night of their lives.
What was that game? How did you get drawn to it? And then we can talk about, you know, this wonderful transition to what it really was honoring, which was Friday the 13th.
I mean, we never dreamed that the license would come to us the way it did. We sort of assumed that we would have made Slasher Volume 1 Summer Camp as this sort of homage, and then maybe later somebody would, you know, give us a call, some Hollywood person or something. But we really weren't banking on that. It was just, let's make the best, you know, slasher experience that we can.
How is this game going to be played? Because, you know, I'm honestly going to say, it was this description that made me so stupid excited. That's why I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now.
We are going to plan to try to do some single player stuff if we hit a stretch goal.
Right.
But at its core, it is a multiplayer only game. One player takes on the role of Jason. The other ones take on the role of camp counselor, so up to 7 people.
7v1.
7v1.
At the max.
Yes,
Sure.
which
Actually, it would be 1v7. You're not going to stand a chance.
very true.
for this license, it just makes sense,
Yep.
right? You're basically starting when the proverbial shit hits the fan, okay? Jason's there, you're running, what are you gonna do? And on the flip side, Jason had to have the right tools to hunt everyone down.
Just like in the film, sound is very important, from little twigs snapping to whenever you slowly open that cabin door and you start to peek in, and you're thinking, okay, don't make a lot of noise, but I'm pretty sure there's something good in here that I need. And then the window bursts and Jason comes in.
Jason
you're like,
could be
oh,
in there,
God.
or he could be behind you because you're opening the door slowly.
Right.
You know, on one level, it's 1v7.
Right.
But
But
really,
it's also 1v1v1v1v1v1.
Exactly. Right.
And that it's cooperative and treacherous all at the same time.
Exactly.
We want the pacing and everything to feel like you're playing, to some regard, a single-player survival horror game. That kind of made it so, okay, we can dial things back. We can make Jason OP, and that's good. It's okay because it's not competitive. I am this little tiny worm against a gigantic eagle, and I know I'm helpless. My goal is to just survive, and when it's 1v1v1, it's like I can work with people, but I don't have to. At the end of the day, my goal as a counselor is survive at all costs.
What would you guys say is kind of the feature of the game, or the part of the game where you went, yeah, this is awesome. Like we are really on to something.
When I was having fun playing a counselor, that was the click moment of, okay, you know, we figured out the problem you always have with asymmetrical games. Everyone wants to play Jason, right? And we knew our biggest challenge was going to be playing a counselor, but as soon as that was awesome, and I had a great time playing the counselor, that's when I kind of knew, like, okay, we have something special here that's going to work.
You know, like the boat, for example, when we're testing, it holds 2 people currently. There's just 2 seats in it.
but everyone's trying to fix it.
And so everyone's bringing parts and like trying to get this thing going. And you know, here comes, you know, Jason, he's like walking towards the dock. You're getting the last piece on. Here comes, you know, your buddy's trying to get to the dock too, and you're like,
See ya.
See ya. You jump in the boat and take off, and now he's left there like, I can't believe you left me. And then Jason turns and looks at the guy. I mean, it's such an awesome experience.
What's interesting is that you guys are still going to have something of a class system that honors the archetypes that were always throughout the movie.
Yeah, what's awesome about that is, so you'll have the nerdy guy, so to speak, and he may be better at fixing cars or repairing the phone line that you need to call the police. The jock may be a little stronger, maybe have a better melee attack. And then we'll have the hero girl, of course, so she may be able to kill Jason more frequently because everyone loves the hero girl and the girl next door, you know? We don't know how you're going to play as a human. We don't know what you're going to do or what you're going to want to do. We just needed to provide the playground for you to go and make your own mistakes or to play your own way.
I've heard tales that even at this early stage, there's been playtests that have resulted in just screaming.
Oh my God!
That, like you guys really, even now, have perfected that sense of tension. You know, it was so essential for a game like this. And I have to ask you, do you think you could have affected that reaction similarly had you had to invent your own killer rather than using something as iconic as Jason?
Way harder. It doesn't bring the horror baggage that Jason does. That at an instant, if you're in the woods and it's raining or whatever's going on, and you glance over into the woods and all you can kind of make out is a hockey mask, all you need.
That's all it takes. Yeah, it's done.
You're gone.
Right.
You're out of there.
Sean, when you were first presented with the game Summer Camp, what was it that you saw in that just immediately clicked, like, yes, this is where the Friday the 13th license can go and it will fit very comfortably?
Wes and the guys had been working on this idea for Summer Camp, which in a lot of ways had so much in it that we had hoped was going to be included in a Friday the 13th game. It involved active participation, and it took the experience to what we hoped was going to be this new, big, ballsy level.
You we're kind of gifted.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, absolutely.
This license,
Yeah.
But of course it's going to bring with it a lot more responsibility to honor the license, which will incur more expenses on your part.
No question. I mean, and the fact that before when we were summer camp, we were sort of already dancing around your baby anyway. Like we kind of wanted that, but we were sort of not, and we couldn't pull the trigger on a lot of things that we wanted to do because we knew that would raise some eyebrows. But then, you know, when we got this awesome gift, we were like, hey, we get to actually do the stuff that we really wanted to do, but that is bigger and that costs more money. And because of the additional responsibility of how big that license is and what fans come to expect, we want to make sure that we deliver that and then some. So to do that the right way, we need a couple more bucks than what we already have. Like, we're pretty good and we can still make something that's pretty damn fun, but we want to go like face meltingly awesome. And to get to that, we just need a little help.